And for today's mod, if you guys can make that out there, that is the light bulb for the glove box. I'm gonna brighten things up a bit. Stick around, I'll show you guys exactly what I intend to do. Now, before we go cutting into anything, guys, anything at all, before you touch anything, let's go ahead and stop and disconnect the negative battery terminal. This will ensure that we don't short anything out, because for this mod, you're gonna be cutting into wires, and we know what happens when you try to be slick and cut through wires without disconnecting the battery. All right, so here we have our assortment of wrenches. We're gonna go ahead and grab a 10 mil. Yep, there it goes. I should change this. It's really rounded. Whoever was dealing with this terminal before I got this rig, they really chewed this thing up. I'm surprised my wrench can grab this, but it just shows what you can do with some good quality tools. All right, I think that'll be loose enough. Put our wrench friend back there. Come on off of there. There you go. There we go. That way it ensures that we don't damage anything. Now from this point on, we'll pretty much be in the interior of the truck. We're gonna go ahead and take our various knickknacks out of here. We'll just toss those over there for now. All right, so now glove box is empty. There's gonna be a few screws that you wanna grab. Once you get those 2 screws removed, that portion of the glove box will come off. And then you have 2 screws here, 2 there, and then down below, you have these guys. You want to push this over. And same thing with this one over here on the left. Push those guys over. And then there's going to be a few screws down here. Let me see if I can get in there. There's one. I believe there might be one back here somewhere. We'll see. So once you get those screws out, this trim will then be removable. You pull this off, and once you get it off, it will then reveal this screw over here. Oh, no. There's one more screw down here. So sneaky little buggers. That way you get to see and I get some light. Here it comes. Yep. And there's our glove box. So what we're after is this connector right here. So for this connector, what we're gonna do is take it out, and we're actually gonna cut this guy. So this is what I'd like to call a free mod, because this is a spare part that I had left over from doing mods on my Ultima. This was an LED light strip bundle that I had ordered, I think back in 2015. So I've gone ahead and consulted my parts pile, and I think that these are gonna work great for this application. We'll see what the final end result is, but for right now, we're gonna go ahead and cut these wires off. Let's get into it. All right, so right here we have our wires exposed, and we're gonna go ahead and get our connectors on. We're not gonna use any heat shrink here, because I just think that that's just doing too much, and these wires are way too thin to be bothered with heat shrink. So we got our first connection made for the ground side. I'm gonna go ahead and get that attached to the ground side of our LED strip now. All right, so we got our ground side crimped, and we're gonna go ahead and get our 12-volt side connected, and then we'll reconnect our battery and test things. Yes, success. All right, so we're back. I just want to show you guys what I intend on doing. So as you can see, the wires lead down through where the factory or OEM bulb once resided, and on the very back of the glove box here, right in this area, what I plan on doing is putting the LED strip here facing outward towards the passenger, and that should give us a great deal of light. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So this may or may not be overkill, but I have some alcohol here, 91%. I'm going to use this to clean the area where I'd like to adhere the LED strip. Stand by. And we're just going to wait for that to dry. And it looks like it's dry. That was quick. All right, let's do it. In this situation, I tell you to do what you feel comfortable with doing, but what I like to do is mock things up first just to see roughly where I'm gonna have it, and then I'll stick it in. In this case, what I'm finding is that it'll probably be easiest and best if I put the glove box back into its place and then do this, but this is roughly what it's gonna look like. We'll be back. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap some tape around this area here where the connectors are. Ooh, that's perfect. Be illuminated when the headlights are on, and as you can see, when you close the glove box, can't see anything. When you open it up, Thanks again for stopping by the Camper Dan Files. My name is Chris, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.